So today in this video I'm going to be talking about what the next roller coaster could potentially be at Chessington World of Adventures. And I know it has obviously been a while since I've made one of these theme parks next coaster videos. I think the last one I made was about 3 years ago or something. I think it might have been for Flamingo Land. Point being, it's been a while since I've last made one of these next coaster videos. But obviously I'm going to make a new one today. This time about Chessington World of Adventures. Obviously, if you don't know what Chessington World of Adventure is, it's located near London, England. It is a theme park, obviously owned by Merlin Entertainment. It's not far from Legoland Windsor and Thorpe Park, which are both in the sort of London down south area. And obviously, recently, like literally last year, Chessington had just opened their brand new roller coaster. The most recent one, Mandrill Mayhem, being a first of its kind B&M launched shuttle wing coaster. It's quite a mouthful actually. A launched shuttle wing coaster. Obviously nothing like that's ever been done before by B&M. It's completely unique to Chessington, and it actually marks like probably the next sort of step of what Chessington plan to do with their attractions. Obviously, as we all know, Chessington is a family theme park. They build family attractions that are suitable for all ages. They're not really focused on building a lot of thrill attractions. They do have fairly thrilling attractions, things like Vampire, Croc Drop, Mandrill Mayhem, but it's obviously mainly targeted for a family audience of all ages. But obviously last year when they opened Mandrill Mayhem, the thing that makes that ride different is obviously even though it is a family coaster, it features an inversion. But because it's a shuttle coaster, it actually goes for that inversion twice. So obviously, it is obviously meant to be more of a thrilling, like sort of intense. Well, it's not even really that intense. It's just got the one inversion, and it's got mainly like a shuttle layout with a launch and a beyond vertical spike backwards one. But could this mark that Chessington might be aiming towards slightly more thrilling attractions? Not necessarily like extreme, like scream machines or anything like I don't know, Hyperion at Thorpe Park. I don't see them building anything like that anytime soon. But maybe slightly more, probably more attractions that are slightly more on the thrill side of things. So for the next coaster, obviously it will probably still be like a family coaster, but could it be leaning towards what like the thrill side of it? So one possibility of a new coaster they could get, because like there are multiple possibilities, because obviously they've only just opened a brand new coaster last year and we have absolutely no idea what their next coaster could be. But obviously, if they were to ever get rid of Vampire, because obviously there's been rumours that Vampire could get removed or retracked like Nemesis has. But if it gets removed, it'll probably be within like for probably sort of the next 5 years. But if it could get removed, there's rumours going about that it could be replaced by either a Vekoma suspended family coaster. I don't think they'll build a Vekoma STC there, a suspended thrill coaster, which is obviously a new generation of the Vekoma SLC, because those are probably a bit too extreme for Chessington with like all the inversions and steep drops and things like that. But they could possibly build like a Vekoma suspended family coaster as like to pay homage to Vampire. But I'm not sure if they do that. They might just do what Alton Towers are doing with Nemesis and retrack it so they can have a longer operating lifespan. But obviously there are other possibilities out there. I think they could also build a Mack Rides water coaster, possibly as an expansion to Shipwreck Coast. Now obviously expanding that area is quite difficult because like next to it, literally the area is surrounded by Dragon's Fury, Vampire, World of Jumanji, and Adventure Point. But I'm thinking if they maybe removed the Chessington Adventure Tree and some of the surrounding attractions in Adventure Point, built a Mack water coaster there, then maybe they could expand Shipwreck Coast. I'm not sure if that space is too small to fit a decent sized Mack water coaster there, but if they could, then it might work as an expansion to Shipwreck Coast. But there also is another possibility that I think would be more likely to open next at Chessington. Now obviously, as we know, Scorpion Express has just been standing but not operating since 2022, obviously when a fire took place around the ride and damaged it. And obviously Chessington, they've just kept it closed since. We don't know if they've been fixing it, or I think they might have been fixing parts of it, but we're not entirely sure. It's been closed for over a year now, and there's been lots of rumours going about that the rides is literally just on its last legs. That could be it. We could have ridden it for the last time. It could be gone. So if that is the case, then maybe they could replace Scorpion Express with, and this is probably just a long shot, but probably an Intamin family launch coaster. Something possibly on the lines of Zocon, which opened at Fuji-Q Highland last year, or even something like the new Intamin family lift and launch coaster that's opening at Drayton Manor. That ride looks just wacky as all. Like, the layout on that looks like loads of sharp, twisty airtime moments, and it could potentially have 2 tracks, judging by the new Switch tracks that are being added, but obviously that later on that in a different video. But obviously, point being, could they add something like that to Chessington as a replacement for Scorpion Express? Now, obviously the space that Scorpion Express sits in currently is quite a compact space, so the way that maybe they could possibly like just remove the whole like seating area behind Croc Drop, or even just expand forward a bit into the Mexicana area, and they could probably potentially build like a little like small compact Intamin family launch coaster. Now obviously it might seem a bit far-fetched to build a family launch coaster in that space, but obviously as we know with the new Drayton Manor family lift and launch coaster, that's quite in a compact space, but that's not stopping it from giving it a really airtime filled, G-force filled layout, which obviously we don't even know the layout details of it, but we can see from construction photos the layout just looks so snappy, with loads of different snappy elements, and it looks really fun. So maybe Chessington could build something like that one day in the future. Obviously now that Chessington are back into investing in coasters, because obviously Mandrill Mayhem was the first roller coaster to open at Chessington in about 19 years, with the last one before that being Dragon's Fury in 2004. So I'd imagine we won't have to wait that long for Chessington's next coaster again. It'll probably be within like the next, probably the next 5 or 6 years we might see the next coaster, but who knows. So I want to thank you all very much for watching this video, and if you enjoyed it then please make sure to like and subscribe, and comment what you'd like to see in the next video. Goodbye.